Hello guys, welcome back to another reaction video here on Our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 3 of Baraou no Souretsu, or Requiem of the Rose King. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, leave a like to support me and join me in this adventure. Okay, in the previous episode we saw this relationship that was well detailed and well described between Richard and his or her father. Let's see what's going to happen now. Are you ready to join me with this? Check it out. Oh, so he will be the next one. What? Oh my, here we go. Oh, let's see what's going to happen now. Oh, that's Edward's lover. Okay. Because never say never. But it was nice for him to say goodbye to her. You lost the light of your life, yeah. But there's another light. Oh. And here we go with the next battle, yay! And here's the Lancaster here. Oh! Ah, okay, no, I thought the arrows were coming towards them. What? Oh! Richard has the Rose of Lancaster. Yeah, what the F? Yeah, that's true. Oh, we have another Avenger here. Oh my, she's turning into a demon. Oh, what a trauma. I mean, This story is pretty tragic. Oh my. Actually, wow, this symbolism is so great. Yeah, but he has to go on with this loyalty. Ah, in fact. No, but look, this is the last person who wants to see him or her. Yeah. But that's not what she wants. Yeah, until the next time. Let's see if she can be able to meet Harry once again. But so she came back home. Yeah, because this is just what other people told you to believe. Eh? What? That's wrong. Eh, nice question. What? Ah, yeah, because he was promising. Is it the same lady? Don't tell me that he changed. Of course. Why do they have to choose like this? Oh yeah, it was a big trauma. Mm. Ah, that's the same girl of episode one. Yeah, yeah. He doesn't even remember, I guess. I think she is going to choose her. Ah, yeah. That was fast, George. And okay, you solved all the problems. I think Anne is going to fall in love with her. But you are already engaged. Ah, so it's another woman. Oh yeah. Yeah, he couldn't stay with her. As if the throne is always the price of a game, eh? Like Marie Antoinette with the other noble people. Don't tell me that she's the girl that she loved him before. No, maybe she's the one. I know, I thought that she was. Is this woman becoming a problem? I have a bad feeling. Don't tell me that that's her. Oh no, Elizabeth Woodwill. But this is Jeanne d'Arc. Eh? No. Okay. Oh, so yeah, we can't decide who he is. Harry. The rightful. For the moment, yes, it's finished. He is free, yes, I wanted to say it right now. Yes. Okay, this is symbolism. Okay, okay, believe it. Until the next time. Yeah, especially Richard is under the light of the sun. Okay. Oh, what the? Hey, that's the girl. No, I'm confusing myself. Okay. Hey, let's marry. Oh. Oh wow. Eh, but these are the best women. Oh, this was a nice sentence. Oh. So Edward is going to marry with Elizabeth. But oh. Oh. That's scary, Edward. Oh. And then we start again. Yeah, you'll see. Be ready to defend it because. Oh! Okay, guys, another great episode finished, and till the end, I was there not understanding what was going on. I like stories like these. But let me go step by step because there are so many things I wanted to say. First of all, I want to focus on Richard because at the beginning of the episode, we see that he is developing this trauma. That means the loss of her father. This time I have to use both because we understood that Richard is not just a man and he's not just a woman, but is the combination of the two. But anyway, we see how painful this was for Richard to lose her father. The fact that there is always this symbolism in this story that is catching my eyes, it's so great. For example, even the fact that Richard keeps saying that he is in the darkness, and everything is pitch dark because of the light of his life. That means his or her father died. And then the fact that there is this contrast once again with the darkness, light, blood, the fact that Richard is saying the only thing I'm seeing while I'm in darkness is blood. And when this red color, tones of color, is reaching the Rose of York, that is a white rose, that is connected even with the light of his or her life, that means his or her father, when it's turning red thanks to the blood that she could spread because he killed lots of Lancastrians. This was so amazing to see how this white rose is becoming a red rose. And even the soldier who found Richard at that time, after all this slaughtering, he was saying, I don't know, this is the Rose of York or the Rose of the Lancasters, because the blood is over there, but I can't detect from which house he or she is. And this makes you understand this incredible thing. Once blood is spread, it doesn't matter the house you are from, I mean, the side you decided to stand. The problem is that war is always making you feel as if you're losing instead of gaining. This war lasted 100 years, guys, and you need to understand this because this is an important passage to understand that here we go back and forth, from York to Lancaster, from Lancaster to York, many times. And the fact that this blood is always the main protagonist, because you see that no matter the side you decided to take, at the end of the day, blood is spread anyway. I liked this confusion, this loss of identity that Richard is having at the beginning of the episode, because she was confident by the fact that her father or his father was there. But once he is gone, she or he is not understanding her place in the world, because nobody accepted her so far except for him. Nobody loved him or her except for him. Nobody desired to spend time with him or her except for him. So that was just a guarantee. And by losing it, Richard is becoming like a sort of a monster covered by his own demons that are there because of others. So it's just as if Richard is turning once again, or for real, into the monster that all the other people are saying that he is, or this diversity that he has, that it's becoming quite clear now that the light of his or her life is gone. Once again, this way to belong to somewhere, or to belong to someone that is so important, even in this story. The fact that Richard belongs to his or her father to no one else so far, but later maybe we are going to see something else. I hope so at this point. But the way in which you belong to someone, and when you lose that someone, you lose yourself too. And as much as when she found that soldier that was almost dying, and he was saying, look, I belong to my family, I want to go back to my family, please help me. This was another important subject that we find, for example, even in Shingeki no Kyojin, where war is the main subject, and you know that everything that is surrounding this subject is wrong. Everything that war is creating is wrong, no matter the sides. And you understand that even if that was Richard's antagonist, anyway, that antagonist had to go back to his family. So he was doing this to protect his family, as much as Richard went berserk because she or he wanted to avenge what happened to his or her father. So as you can see, there are always different positions, different sides, and no matter the side, the core is that you have to protect your family. So this is not going to change. The incredible thing is that we see that throughout these episodes, we are getting in touch with these feelings of Richard that make him or her feeling uncomfortable, unknown, desperate, because when we are getting in touch with ourselves, more or less, we all know who we are. Even if it's not 100% the things we know about ourselves, but we more or less know who we are, what our thoughts are, and things like this. But Richard now is like in the middle of darkness. He or she doesn't know even where to look at. And this darkness that is prevailing on all the tones of colors of the world, this is so amazing. And even in this story, you see that when there's this war scene, or when Richard too is trying to defeat other Lancastrians, you see that the color is gray. When there's war, everything is gray. There is no difference. Both sides, by creating these wars, are wrong, no matter if they want to defend themselves or they want to attack the other side, but it's wrong. So this gray color is so essential in moments like this, because when you use colors, you decide maybe to take a side, or you decide to create these contrasts between good and bad. The usual colors that are used is black and white, or red and blue, and all this stuff, or yellow and black, that means light and darkness. But in this case, the gray makes you understand that nobody is right here, and everyone is going to suffer anyway. So it depends, of course, on the perspective of each character. The thing that I like about this story is the contrast of colors that I always tell you. If I am not going to tell you everything that I want, is because now I don't remember exactly all the scenes, and maybe I can skip these and write them throughout the video, so you understand what I wanted to tell you and that I forgot maybe. Richard decided that he or she can't love because she or he is ashamed of her or his own identity. And this is another interesting point, because when she was getting in touch with Anne, that I think that she's going to become his or her lover anyway, because she's the only one who is trying to get in touch with him or her, and she's the only one who really wants to create a bond with him or her, a relationship, something deep, something important. And in fact, she said, I want to be friends, because from friendship you can start something great, something real, something essential, a bond, okay? And then maybe later can come something else, but later you understand how fragile Richard is, because he or she knows, as if she's external from this world, that she can't love. because she will not maybe be accepted as she or he is, or maybe because she already knows that there is no place for love in her heart, even if it's not true. I mean, I don't think so. If she is able to meet Henry once again, she can start seeing different things in a different way. Then the fact that she was looking at this romantic, sexual, loving scene between her brother, that means Edward, and Elizabeth, you see how this trauma that she survived from was still there. As I was telling you in the previous episode, the trauma to be raped and the trauma to be unleashed, discovered when everything should have been stayed as a secret. This step makes her or him feeling as if this trauma is definitely overcoming outside her own feelings, and she can't manage these feelings that she's feeling, she or he is feeling, the way in which she feels disgusted about the way in which Edward was touching Elizabeth's body because she was remembering what happened to her. This way to detach herself from the touching, and that is creating that trauma. The way to discover this identity, and the way she feels afraid because of this, because she is not knowing by herself, by himself, what he or she is. So the fact that she, by being raped, was molested and was violated because she was not even ready for herself to discover what she was, what he or she was, but the fact that somebody else decided to violate that moment, and that secret was supposed to be revealed, this created a painful feeling as if she can't even breathe, that she wants to throw up. And yeah, I could feel it. I mean, I understood her pain in that moment. His or her pain, as always, because we have to use both at this point. But the way in which she is being reluctant to watch what she's watching. And even later, when she was being tempted by Jeanne d'Arc once again, when she was saying to her, I mean to Richard, you can't love, you're not going to be in love with anybody. This Jeanne d'Arc, that it can also be her consciousness at this point, that makes her feel as if she can't go out from her cage, and as if she is not able to find a solution, because the only way is to accept her existence as it is, and nothing or nobody can let her go out from it. Let's say that this is also a self-imposition that Richard is giving to his or her own self. That's why I still feel confident, and I still hope that Harry is coming into her life, into his or her life, and is going to show him or her that there is always an escape from this cage that other people created. And that's why she is just a victim, because she is the victim of the thoughts of others, until somebody is going to prove her or him wrong. Talking about Henry, once again, I'm so happy because this character is showing you that the crown is just a tool to gain power, and most of the times it's a tool to receive pleasures, to receive prizes, as if the king is just the ultimate goal, as if we are playing a game and the victory, the prize you're going to gain is the crown. And here, as much as in Vinland Saga, if you remember, there is this concept of the crown that is always mischievous, that is always converting people into something bad, into something hostile, into something that is going in the wrong direction. So even Edward, at the beginning, he was somebody else, and then he changed, definitely. As much as Warwick is saying, now you seem your father. I can see your father in you, that means Edward, and I agree. because you can already see the difference. As soon as he could gain this throne, Edward turned into something different, as if you can't even recognize him. In fact, when he was discovered by Richard and he was trying to catch him, I was scared because that attitude is no more the same attitude that he was using previously when he was just a commander next to his father and when he was just a big brother. Here you find as if the big brother turned into the king, and they are two different people. So this is pretty sad. Once again, I say this because when you're tricked by power, then you're going to lose a part of yourself, and you prefer to gain another side of yourself that is disturbing and is exaggeratedly wrong. Even when Edward was talking to his brothers and he was saying to them, look, now you can become this, now you can become that, and you can rule without the permission of people. This is the wrong concept of being a king. And if I connect myself really quick with the ranking of kings, this is wrong. But because in that case too, the crown, the power connected to the crown is definitely something that can turn the kingdom, the whole kingdom, into a mess, where then a population is going to rebel, maybe, or where inside the kingdom itself there are these dynamics created in order to defeat the king that is on the throne, and then creating this ranking of kings. Even in this case, you see that this crown is merely a tool that is passing from one head to another one, but nothing is going to change. There is not the solution of all this war that is lasting 100 years. And everyone who's getting in touch with this crown is losing automatically. Not just the family, not just himself, but even the honor, the loyalty to the population. And then if we have to talk about Elizabeth, that she's a Lancastrian and she wants to avenge her husband's loss. As you can see, revenge is another leitmotif of this story too. And you see how this war is never ending, because now there is Elizabeth who pretends to be nice to Edward in order to marry him, in order to trick him sexually speaking, and even in this case love or sex that is connected with the way to trick others, as if Elizabeth was putting Edward under this spell of love, desire, sex and whatsoever, that it's working actually. She is like a sort of a witch in this case, but at the end of the day, will she be able to do so? Or is Richard trying to find the way to open Edward's eyes? Will he be able to listen to him? Or is he going to criticize Richard because he's the least one? So even this is pretty interesting, but yeah, Elizabeth makes you understand that if you judge the book from the cover, then you can be tricked easily. And Edward, by doing this, is not a good king, because he is not even paying attention on the risks. The only thing he wants is to have everything taken for granted for him, for his kingdom, and nothing can let him understand that something is wrong. But even Richard somehow felt attracted by this Elizabeth. But then, as you can see, in Richard's case, even if he was tempted, by knowing that throughout all his existence he was living in darkness, he knew what darkness was, he was not tricked as much as Edward, because then this Jeanne d'Arc that is inside himself let him understand that he can't love anybody, in Jeanne d'Arc's opinion, but also the fact that there is this good presence, that is Anne, that is getting in touch with him, and even Anne can be the light, the new light that Richard is waiting for, as much as Harry. These are the two lights, the two new lights for Richard, that I hope that he will get in touch to them more, and he will be able to, he or she will be able to understand that that's the solution. And look, Harry is a Lancastrian, Richard is a Yorker, so if they can cooperate, they can definitely end this war. So that's what I hope that it's going to happen.